to take all the snow off the street.
Okay, we're ready.
To the lake, you know.
Yep.
Please stand for pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call.
Mr. Butler. Here. Commissioner Clausen. Commissioner Cox.
Here.
Commissioner Phipps.
Here,
Mayor Hall.
Here. Consent agenda. Items listed on the consent agenda are considered to be routine in nature and will be enacted by one motion. No separate discussion of these items will occur unless a council member requests the item to be removed from the consent agenda. If an item is removed from the consent agenda, it will be considered elsewhere on the agenda for this meeting. Prior to asking for a motion to approve the consent agenda, the mayor will ask if anyone desires to remove an item from the consent agenda for public discussion. Would anybody like to remove an item? Hearing none, I move that we approve the minutes of the regular meeting of February 17th, 2026, and the bills and payroll for February 2026. Can I have a second to that motion?
second.
Commissioner Cox, and roll call.
Commissioner Butler.
Yes.
Commissioner Cox.
Yes.
Commissioner Phipps.
Yes.
Mayor Hall.
Yes. Presentations, petitions, and communications. This portion of the city council meeting is reserved for persons who desire to address the council. The Illinois Open Meetings Act mandates the city council may not take action on comments received on matters that have not been identified on this agenda, but the council may direct staff to address the topic or refer the matter for action on an agenda for another meeting. Persons addressing the council are requested to limit their presentations to 3 minutes and to avoid repetitious comments. We would also ask you state your name and address for the record, as well as stand when speaking. First thing we're going to do a presentation. Chief. Yep.
Thank you. All right. One of the things that we don't get to do enough is recognize folks for the work that they do. And back on January 20th, we had a call that is worthy of some recognition. So I'm going to give you all just a brief history of the call, and then bring up all the players from behind me that are involved, introduce you to who they are, and a little bit of what they did on this call. So on January 20th, 2026 at 11:35, Matthew Fire, an ambulance was dispatched to 1509 DeWitt Avenue East, which is Kingspan, for an unresponsive. So the call taker, Jessica, our 911 dispatcher, Penny Pinto, Jessica, come on up. Jessica takes the call from Kingspan employees, Jake Hanner and Nick James, Zach Blomer, come on up, Jake and Nick. Zach Bloomer was also involved with Kingspan. They had called, they were coming back in from lunch, so correct me at any point of the story. They were walking back in from lunch and one of their truck drivers collapsed. They happened to be right there, saw this collapse happen. Called Jessica at the 911 center that through her training started asking a series of questions, and it became obvious that this patient was not breathing and ended up did not have a pulse. She walked, I don't know which one, but somebody through CPR, starting CPR, while one of the other employees went in to get an AED from the so our guys are en route. Jessica updates us. CPR is in progress. This patient, is not breathing, doesn't have a pulse. They applied the AED and delivered 2 shocks prior to our guys arriving. The guys that responded from us are Captain Kenny Potholder. Come on up. Okay. Engineer Trent Floyd, which she has the day off, he's not here. And firefighter paramedic Colton Romont, I'm on that. On the ambulance were paramedics James Heffley and Brent Beals. So as you can see, these types of events take more than one person. And I've been a paramedic since 1999, and I've got 2 saves in all my time in the back of an ambulance. So this does not happen frequently, and when it does, we want to recognize all the players involved. So I'd like to introduce Mike Flinky and Dr. Novak with Sarah Bush, EMS, because they've got some presentations that I would like to pass on.
Do you want to flip them around right now for the
What's
picture?
that?
Do you want to have them come up here for the picture right now? For those,
We'll wait till they get there.
okay.
Get theirs.
All right. So as he made mention, my name is Mike Schwenke. I'm the EMS coordinator for Sarah Bush Lincoln. With me, I got Dr. Novak. He's our EMS medical director. As Jeff said, we need to take time to recognize everybody for their efforts. Because if it wasn't for you, Mr. Bodford would not be alive today, right? When you guys found him, he was dead, no pulse, not breathing, right? 1%, right? For every 1 minute of downtime and not breathing, no pulse, they lose 10% of life. Because of your quick action, he just started cardiac rehab last week. You gave him another day with the family. Okay. So just real quick, as Jeff mentioned, January 20th, 2026, during a critical life-threatening medical emergency, you guys demonstrate exceptional clinical judgment and composure under pressure. As a direct result and swift intervention with expert care, the patient's life is preserved and stabilized to continue treatment and recovery. And this award goes to a formal acknowledgement for treatment of your care. Okay. So just to kind of give you more of a backstory for him, he stayed at Sarah Bush, had a cardiac cath at our facility, and then was sent on to OSF in Peoria, where he had another procedure, got a stent, and like I said, it's as a home. He was hoping to make it down, but he's just not having the energy right now. But he said if he has to mix it back in back then, he's going to do it. So we'll pass that along. So we do have 2 types of award. We have an award certificate that comes from the EMS office. And then we have awards from Skoll Medical, along with some challenge coins for, forget the next one word. Dr. Novak, do you have any questions?
And yeah, I just want to point out that when you talk about CPR, about the American Heart Association, there's this thing we talk about, the chain of survival. Chain of survival starts with recognition of the emergency, quick action, early access to defibrillation, with having an AED in the community is one of the best ways to get that early access to defibrillation and good quality CPR. So having citizens trained in CPR or having an excellent dispatcher who can walk citizens through good quality CPR are the 2 main things that save lives. The paramedics come along, they do their things, and that's an excellent way, but that early access to CPR and defibrillation out in the community are the 2 things that save lives. So it's always good to recognize the community members, the dispatcher, as well as the paramedics and firefighters who come along and help save lives. So, to Jessica kind of hint, we have our certificate. And Jay Hannes. And then James. James Dudley. Brent Fields. Colton Romine. And Kenny Backover. And then our others that could be with us, but
Yeah, and good call, Mayor, before we get Matt up here to accept the award for the 911 dispatch center. He was probably sitting in his office. Come on up.
So, on that result, with that, at 901, with the, for us.
All right, if I can get all of
I share over.
up here up front.
I'm all over far enough. Ready.
Good. Very good.
Good. With your team.
Congratulations. Nice job.
Select out.
Thank you all.
Good job, chief.
Okay, we're going to go back to the, anybody that wants to ask that, do anything to the council, ask any questions or anything tonight? Anybody have anybody to address the council tonight? Anybody online? Any questions? No. Okay, so then we, next item on the agenda is new business.
Motion to adopt special ordinance 2026-2002, approving a right-of-way easement south of County Road 1000 North near US Highway 45 to Mattoon Solar LLC for installing and maintaining an underground electrical power transmission line. Property number 07-1-000-17-001.
Can I have a second to that motion?
Second.
Commissioner Butler, and any questions anybody want to explain?
This is the detention basin that's in the little loop there at 45 and 1000 North, that the city ended up purchasing the south 100 feet of that. And they're wanting an easement across there for what they hope is a future solar farm up north, but they're going around getting easements for a transmission line that would actually go through farm fields all the way to, up by Kingspan, that little substation by Kingspan and the concrete plant. So that's, one of the options was going through our property. And they came to us and we, discussed it and said, yes, we would grant an easement. All we're doing is filling in that pond with, soils that we've taken out from other dig.
Okay, any other questions anybody has? Okay, roll call.
Commissioner Butler? Yes. Commissioner Cox?
Yes.
Commissioner Phipps?
Yes.
Mayor Hall?
Yes.
Motion to adopt special ordinance number 2026-2004, declaring personal property owned by the municipality surplus and authorizing the sale or disposal of the property.
And a second to that motion.
Second.
That'll be Commissioner Phipps and Explanations, no comments on that one? Okay, if not, roll call.
Commissioner Cox?
Yes.
Commissioner Phipps?
Yes.
Commissioner Butler?
Yes.
Mayor Hall?
Yes.
Motion to approve council decision request 2026-2661, approving the bid of $745,530 from K. Waltman Construction for adding a drive-through bay at Fire Station Number 3 located at 2700 Marshall Avenue.
And a second to that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Butler and
So we went out, originally, we went out for bids on that, which had an addition for bedrooms and of course the bay. That came in too high. That came in a little over $1 million. We kind of went back, regrouped. We thought we'll take the sleeping rooms off, the pitched roof off, and we just narrow it down to the bay. Unfortunately, we had an estimated cost of about $450,000 to $500,000 for that. These came in quite a bit higher. It is Jeff's and I recommendation that we do not accept these bids, that we go back to the drawing board trying to figure out what we might be able to do to keep costs down. We looked into the concrete work that was being done. There's a lot of concrete around the building because we were trying to drive around the building, drive through bay. Even taking that concrete out, it's still considerably $400 and something a square foot, which seems to be very high to me. Had the Carpenters Union call me yesterday and asked me if we were going to approve this or not, and I was very honest with them, saying it's hard to approve something this high per square foot. So it is our recommendation that we do not approve this tonight.
Is that the standard? Are we getting into other projects that are paying $500 a square foot on, not for the city, but just with
No, I
like
mean,
unions that they're seeing out there? Why is it coming in so high?
Go
ahead.
This is probably the most frustrating part for me. When working with Andrew with Upchurch, and we asking him, what do you think this price is going to be? He gave us prices based on what other bids were going for.
Right.
Like $250 per square foot for, construction.
Right.
Then we, as a municipality, put it out there. And now all of a sudden it's $525 a square foot for construction. That it almost feels like you're being penalized for trying to do things the right way. And that these contractors think that just because you're in the municipality, you have an open checkbook and can gouge, raise prices on the construction. Because the people that I've talked to since think that that $500 is completely out of the ballpark. It should not have been that.
Yeah.
So I feel that that is doing taxpayers an injustice by accepting bids, by doing it the right way. That I would just about guarantee if you let me be the general contractor, I could get that done for what we were
Half.
talking about, the $400,000 to $450,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would still put it out to bid, but all it is 3 walls and a roof on this thing. And then the obvious additional concrete, the concrete in the back, just on the north side, because we thought that was going to be a major chunk of money. Because Andrew thought that you're probably looking at 6 figures in savings there. That bid, $54,750 for the concrete to go from 27th Street, the full length of the property, and wrap around for the drive-through portion.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I feel your frustration and I appreciate your comments because you've been working on this for a couple years now. Going back to 2-3 years ago, you started working on this project. It's a valid project. It's a very valid project. When we were different form of government, and you and I worked together, with the fire department, and you put a lot of time and effort into it. So it is frustrating, and I agree with your sentiments. It does seem like we're being penalized for almost the perception of some people who are putting these bids together of an open checkbook, and that's just not the case.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's not fair to the taxpayers.
No.
Just to pay 300,000 extra dollars to line these.
No, and I don't think there's anybody on council that believes I'm not speaking for anybody, but that's not the way that we operate either. So appreciate your thoughts.
Any other comments anybody has?
I just say we're gonna go back and look at different ways we might be able to do this project.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking with Dan a little bit too.
Oh, good. Next steps on this one then, just not do anything else.
Yep.
Ready for motion 4?
And we need to vote. We have to
Oh, excuse me, yes, roll call.
Commissioner Phipps.
No.
Commissioner Butler.
No.
Commissioner Cox.
No.
Mayor Hall.
No.
Motion to approve council decision request 2026-2662, approving the purchase of one 2025 Ford Explorer Police Interceptor vehicle in the amount of $51,971 from Pilsen Auto Center.
And second on this one, Commissioner Butler? Is that a yes?
Yeah.
Okay, and any comments we have?
This was really, we have a K9 unit that needs to be replaced. We were planning on doing it next year's budget. We have some video gaming funds still this year that we would like to purchase it this year, ease up some of the budget for next year. And so we were wanting to go ahead and purchase this early.
Yeah. No trade-in on this one, is that right?
Correct.
Okay. Any other comments?
Not the store that I work at, but I'll be abstaining due to employment.
Okay. Okay, ready for roll call?
Commissioner Butler.
Yes.
Commissioner Cox.
Abstain?
Commissioner Phipps.
Yes.
Mayor Hall.
Yes. Comments by the council? Commissioner Cox?
Just thank everyone for being here and all the work that you guys do every day. Greatly appreciate everything that you do and all you folks for being here. And I think that's all I have for this evening.
Okay. And Commissioner Phipps?
Yeah, just to reiterate what Commissioner Cox said, thank you all for being there when others can't be. And appreciate certainly the response of the community in that situation in particular. So, thank you.
Okay. Next is Commissioner Butler.
Same thing. Great job, guys. Great job to the community.
I'll say the same for the fire department. Great. And let's see, I guess that's all we have. So we need a motion to adjourn
I make a motion that we adjourn.
and a second to that.
I'll second that, Mayor.
Okay, and roll call.
Commissioner Cox.
Yes.
Commissioner Phipps.
Yes.
Commissioner Butler.
No.
Mayor Hall.
Yes. Meeting adjourned.
ILL.